welcome back to another episode of Chumsky Bear Education. Chumsky, what's wrong? Do you see all these numbers on the blackboard and you don't want to learn about math today? No, that's not it. You like learning about math. So what's wrong? Uh-oh. You ate all those chocolate eggs from our adding video? Oh no. Chumsky, that's way too many chocolate eggs. You can't eat all of those. I think we should put a link down in the description to our eating healthy video. And we'll also put a link down to our adding video. Well, you know what, Chumsky? I think it's a good idea if I take away all your chocolate eggs so you don't eat any more and you don't get sick. Do you know what we just did? If I take away all your chocolate eggs, we did subtraction. Yep, big word. That means we're taking away something. See, you did math and you didn't even know it. Now, if I take away all your chocolate eggs, how many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many are you left with? I want them all. I don't want you getting sick. That's right, you're left with nothing. Look at that. You're doing subtraction without even knowing it. So maybe let's write that out on the blackboard and see what 7 minus 7 is. Do you know what minus means? Minus just means taking away or subtract. Let's write it out right here. 7. Oh, I know. My handwriting is beautiful. Equals, how many do you have left? Nothing. How can we write nothing? With a 0. Yeah, look at that. You just subtracted 7 minus 7. And you have nothing left? This is a great way to start learning subtraction because it shows you what happens when you take things away. And you have nothing left, which is 0. Perfect. Now, there's some other ways we can learn to subtract things. Do you remember some things we did in our adding video? That's right. We used clicks. Clicks are a great game for building things and for having a ton of fun. But I love using them to help me do math because you're taking something that you can use to count and group things together. So you had 7 chocolate eggs. Now, do you remember how many different types did you have? You had 2 Kinder Joy, which we represented with the 2 red clicks, and you had 5 regular chocolate eggs, which are representing with the blue clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I take away 2 of the Kinder Joy ones, let's get rid of these. How many do we have left? That's right, 5. And you can write this out with a number sentence that we have over here. Did you say your handwriting is neater than mine? Oh, thanks a lot, Chumsky. But there you go. You have 7 minus 2 equals 5. And you can also write it down. 7 minus 2 equals 5. Very nice. Now, are there some other ways we can learn to subtract? Another way I like to learn how to subtract things is using a number line that we have written out here. And it's called counting back. So if we started with 7 chocolate eggs, and now we took away 2, so we go 1, 2, where do we end up? We end up at the number 5 on the number line, exactly like our number sentence. So remember, subtracting is just taking away from what you had. And you can see this on the number line because we had 7, we went back 2, and we were left with number 5. Counting line is a great way of learning how to subtract as well. Wow, there's so many different ways of learning math. It can be so much fun. You're already feeling better, Chumsky. Stomach getting a little better? Maybe because I took away a bunch of those chocolate eggs. So now we can show grouping as well with your chocolate eggs. You had 7 chocolate eggs together. You had 2 Kinder Joy eggs. And let's take away both Kinder Joy ones. Now we're left with just the 5 regular chocolate eggs. See, grouping, just like with clicks. So how many ways have we learned to count, to subtract today, Chumsky? Ready? We learned number sentences. We learned counting back on a number line. We learned grouping things together with things like clicks or things that help you count. And grouping, like your chocolate eggs. You're the one who messed up the number line over there, not me. Chumsky, you gotta fix those glasses already. So there's one more concept I like to teach when we're talking about adding or subtracting, really. And that is called fact families. I know, it just rolls off your tongue. Fact families. Okay. I'll stop singing. So let's make some room on it. Now, fact families is really what it sounds like, that there's numbers that are all related together. That's why we call them a family. And there's different facts, meaning there's different things that we can get out of looking at it like a family. So let's use the numbers we've been using, 7, 2, and 5. And the way you usually represent a fact family is with a triangle. I know. I'm working on my handwriting, Chumsky. And now, let's put all the numbers that we think are related in the fact family. So let's put the 2 here. Let's put the 5 here. And let's put the 7 here. Now you can see these 3 numbers are all related. They're a nice little family. How are they related? Well, if you start with the 7 and you take away 5, you're left with 2. See that? And if you start with the 7 and you take away 2, you're left with the 5. So everything's related. Now what about adding? I know, I said this is a subtracting video, but guess what? Fact families show you the relationship between adding and subtracting as well. So if we add, you see the 2 plus the 5 is equal to the 7, or the 5 plus the 2 is equal to the 7. That's right. See, everything is related in a fact family. So when you have a number sentence and you have 3 numbers, you can represent it with a triangle and see all the relationships that they make together. Now what about 7 plus 5? That's true, 7 plus 5 is 12. Good job. But that's not part of this fact family, because do you see the 12 here? Nope. But this is also a great way of learning adding and subtracting. Now, let's review a little bit of what we learned today. So we learned subtraction, which another word is minus. Another way of thinking about it is taking away. And there's different ways, using grouping, using number sentences, counting back, and fact families. Great job today, Chumsky. I'm very proud of you. So remember, tell everyone at home. We'll link to our other math videos down below, and you can learn about adding as well, and eating healthy. That's a good one. Alright, catch you next time on Chumsky Bear Education. Bye, everybody. Please like and subscribe, and comment down below. We'll cover any other questions you might have. Bye-bye.